Okay, hi everyone. So today we're going to talk about public speaking in times of pandemic. So previously when we're talking about public speaking, it was always in front of the stage, in front of a lot of crowds, maybe in Tapa II, or maybe in front of a lot of people, in front of class. But right now, since we are in the time of pandemic where we are having social distancing and we cannot be in front of your friends, so we're going to talk about public speaking in times of pandemic using video. Okay, so like I said before to you, there's a shift in public speaking. In pre-pandemic, public speaking usually is talking in front of people. But since we are in a pandemic right now, the cases are rising high, public speaking is now in video form. So today I'm going to teach you how to make your public speaking more impactful. Okay, so we're talking about becoming content creator. So as you know, there's a lot of content creators out there, somewhere in Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, maybe in a lot of other platforms as well, even in Discord. So since public speaking or giving speech is not allowed during pandemic to reduce the transmission of virus, so there's a lot of people have turned into content creators such as in YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and also streaming platforms like Discord. Your favorite gamers are in Discord, right? So that is where people pushing in their contents. So you can do that also. Alright, so here, there are several ways to make your public speaking videos more interesting. You want to be, different from other people, but you want it to be unique and special. So here's how you want to make it even more special. Okay, so there are 4 things that you need to consider while doing online public speaking. So first is having clear audio or speech. You have to make sure when you record in a place, make sure that there's no background noises that might distract you from talking. Let's say talking in front of traffic, talking in front of your kampung where you have chicken berkokok like that, it might not be the most interesting one. So you have to make sure that your audio is clear. Your microphone or your earphone, if you have one, actually they can record excellent voice because it's close to your mouth and it can ensure that you have less noise around you. Second is use simple language. Try not to speak so fast like you're rapping like Eminem. You cannot do that. Speak in a good pace and make sure everything is understandable. Okay, next is interesting video. So how to make your video more interesting is you can actually do it in a place that has cool lighting, or you have good lighting that people can see your face and also can people see around you. Determine the mood that you want to do your video, whether you want to make it moody or you want to make it mysterious. Lighting will play a good role in your video. So have a good lighting and make sure you have a decent camera to record. Lighting is key. If you have the most expensive camera, like you have iPhone, or maybe you have phones that are expensive, but if your lighting is not key, it might be not interesting for people to watch. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm going to shift my camera. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be confident. Know your content and be comfortable when you're talking about your topic. Do not be nervous. Make sure you can rock it. Alright, let's move on to the next slide. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's how you up your game. So here are the things that you can use to up your game to the next level. First is using memes. I bet you know what is memes or memes. I would like to call it memes. Memes are images or videos that can make people laugh. Make it as a good joke and stuff. Like as you can see the photos in front of you, these are the memes that you can find. Or maybe you can use memes like 1,000 years later from SpongeBob, or maybe that Robot Wild something. There's a lot of memes outside that you can adapt and put inside your video to make it more interesting. So here are the ones. Next is putting in good videos and good audios. Photos and videos. When you talk, you don't want to just talk like you're in front of a camera and there's no other photos or other videos while you're explaining. It's best when you talk, make sure you have you have supporting videos or supporting photos while you're talking. Let's say you're talking about drugs. When you talk about drugs, sorry, Okay, when you talk about drugs, the topic can be quite difficult to explain. So when you have photos or when you have videos to explain what is drugs, type of drugs, people will understand you more. Alright, next is to include interesting text and emojis. When you include text, people know what are you speaking. Sometimes they cannot catch up with what are you saying in front of the camera. And when you put emojis, people know the kind of emotions that you are putting inside the video. When you are sad, you can put the sad emoji or the crying face emoji, or maybe if you're happy, you can put the thumbs up emoji or the smiling emoji like the one I'm showing to you. Next. Alright, audio. Audio plays a good role in making your video more interesting. So there's audio like music, and also there's SFX or sound effects. Like when you do something more, more funny, you can put people laughing as your sound effects. Or maybe when you are sad, you can put the sad sound effects. Or maybe if you are in a scary situation, you can put something that sounds like Insidious, that scary kind of sound effects in your video. And audio for music, make sure when you put music inside your video, it is suitable. Let's say your video mood, if your video mood is happy, you put happy music. If your video mode is sad, you put sad music. Make sure that it is kiranya sama lah dengan the mood that you're going to put in your video. Next is think outside of the box. There are hundreds or thousands of videos already for you out there. So how you want to make it different? You can tell your own story with your own way to tell the story in your video, because when you're talking about video, there's a lot of ways that you want to do it, and you can make it as creative as you can, because the most creative video, people will watch it to the end. So remember, think outside the box. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, students. Remember, make a good video and make the impression last. Thank you and all the best.